Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am going to make a traveler's notebook layout today. I'm going to use this photo of my dog and my cat, and I'm also going to still be using the Cocoa Daisy Modern Memory Keeping Kit from the Elegance Blooms collection. And I am trimming my papers down. Sorry, I wanted you to see that, but it was hard to see. But I'm trimming my papers down to 4 1/8 inches and 8 1/8 inches for my traveler's notebook so I can get those in there. I will just create these pages and then glue them into my traveler's notebook or possibly put them in my Citrus Twist Life Crafted album. Either way, I'll figure it out later. But you can see right there is the photo. I've trimmed down my dog, my cat laying together on that bed. And I'm going to use this one stamp from Heidi Swap, just that large outline of, I don't even know what you'd call it, somewhat of a grid. First, I'm going to mat this photo on white paper. I simply eyeball it. I don't measure it, mostly because most of my photos are somehow trimmed up and not an actual size anyway. And so eyeballing it works out just fine. So now you can see I've adhered that down. I've got the base of my first page going with that light pink ledger paper as the background. And now I'm just pulling out some things that I think that I might possibly want to use, including the chipboard, the die cut, the stamps, from all of these from the Elegance Blooms collection. I will link you up down below to the Elegance Blooms collection, and so you can check it out for yourself if you would like to. Now, remember the Cocoa Daisy stick or the die cuts are sticky on the back, so you simply pull off the back and adhere them, and they're beautiful. And then I also attached one of those chipboard stickers and then 3 enamel dots right on top of the flower just to give it a little bit of texture and dimension. Now I'm going to place this stamp on my clear block. I believe this is a 3x4 block just for size, and I'm going to ink it up with my VersaFine ink. I was kind of thinking of considering using a more, I don't want to say neutral ink, but one that would sort of blend better and not create so much contrast. But in the end, I decided to just go with the black and then do that sort of lower contrast look with the rest of the inks. So this is one of the stamps from the Elegance Blooms collection, and I'm just using this Distress Oxide ink on that together, which I think is super cute. And so that adds a more muted approach. And then I'm going to stamp the next one with this other distressed oxide. I believe it's Tattered Rose. And so I'm just going to put that camera right there at the top. I know it's a little bit more difficult to see because the colors are closer together, but it's very beautiful like that. And then the last but not least, I'm going to just use the little heart to create a cascade of hearts, 5 of them, from the top of the page. I love how that sort of just looks freeform and organic coming out from that little spot. Truth be told, this page just turned out great. I really love it and I'm very happy with it. Now the right hand side is just going to be a 4 1/8 by 8 1/8 craft cardstock, and I'm simply going to trim off 3/4 of an inch of this patterned paper to adhere at the top and at the bottom. It's so, so pretty. I love it. Now you can see we're just sticking the adhesive down right there and trimming the edges off. It looks just so beautiful. I love it with that pink on the right hand side. Now I'm going to create another embellishment cluster, and so I really wanted to use the banner and that little label box, but I wanted to build out from that, obviously. So I'm just sort of going to try layering some things together. I love that little circle die cut. I thought it was so cute. Now I also added this chipboard sticker that I'm going to have sort of be the journaling, if you will. It's obviously not journaling, but you know what I mean, in place of writing something else. Now first I'm going to place that little sprig underneath and adhere it down, and then I'll peel the back off of this label and stick that down as well on top of it. I did that because I was very satisfied with how it looks, and so I started building from bottom to top, if you will. Now that you can see the banner lays a little bit overlaps on top of that box, and it turns out so pretty, and it's very, very simple. Now, I thought that that little chipboard piece was so funny, and I wanted to include it because it definitely went with that photo of the dog and the cat. Now, I'm going to add some journaling. Lately, I've been doing a lot of computer journaling on my memory keeping layouts, and I decided to go back to handwritten journaling. So I'm going ahead and adding the dark lines. I love the contrast, especially on the craft. It definitely really pops. Now, I did not add a ton of lines. I wanted to see how much journaling I would have. Typically, I usually have a pretty good idea, but this time I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to say, so I just added a few, knowing that I could add more as necessary towards the end when I had a better idea of what I wanted to say. Isn't that so fun? I love the journaling and I love the handwritten journaling as well, and leaving a little bit open just so you can be a little bit in the moment as well. That is it for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much and make it a great day.